Hello, this is Deirdre, and today we have Sharon Voyagey with us. It's good to have you here.
Thanks a million. Thanks for asking me. I think it's a great idea to have a happiness on tour. So yeah, brilliant.
So, we'd love to know what you do, Sharon, and what tips you have for us today.
Okay. Well, I am an acupuncturist. I am a Reiki practitioner. I'm working in the Life Flow Centre in Newbridge, County Kildare, and I also have a blog called Better Than Surviving. So I'm just fascinated with this whole area, and I teach positive living classes as well. So I've just put together 5 tips that I think would be really beneficial to people if they're in a bad mood or they want to just make themselves feel happier, basically. So do you want me to just go ahead?
Please, yes.
Okay. Well, the
Do
first
you want me to help, or you're okay?
Yeah. Well, you can ask questions.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the first one, anyway, is all about acceptance. So I find if I'm in a bad mood or just not feeling great, if I accept the situation, if I accept this is how I'm feeling, accept who I am and what's going on for me at the time, it's almost like I breathe a huge sigh of relief. So I'm not trying to battle or struggle against it. And they say what you resist persists.
Yeah.
So it's just bringing acceptance. And I'm not going to go into the details of tapping or emotional freedom technique. I'd say you'll have somebody else talking about that at some stage. But one of the statements when you're kind of tapping the karate chop, they call it, is even though I'm feeling angry, sad, depressed, whatever, I deeply and completely love and accept myself now. So just to bring that in is just absolutely amazing. And there's also something about acceptance that is bringing you into the present moment. So you're not kind of wishing things were different. You're just being present and being mindful, and so that's basically the first one is bringing acceptance.
Very good.
So the second thing, it's just a small one, but it's really, really big, because if we didn't do it, we would die, and it's breathing. So just to remember, I know we always breathe, but when we feel shock or fear or anxiety, we tend to hold our breath or breathe very shallow. So just to bring our attention to the breathing and to maybe extend the in and the out breath is enough to bring us into a state of relaxation. And also it kind of gives the crazy monkey mind a little job. So if you're sitting in meditation, to focus on the in and on the out breath, that's absolutely brilliant as well.
Very good.
So the next one is, and we've kind of touched on it, but it's self-love and acceptance.
Yeah.
And we can be just so hard on ourselves. So what's really good is to think, well, how would I speak to a little child or a really good friend? And we wouldn't speak to a friend or a child the way we speak to ourselves sometimes. We can be so critical.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So that can be just a really nice tool. If you find that you are feeling bad and you're beating yourself up, just bring it to that self-love and compassion, and just start to be a bit gentler with yourself and kinder to yourself, and treat yourself, just treat that little inner child and give yourself a break.
Very good.
The other thing is gratitude, and it's absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant. Yeah, I agree.
There's nothing, I think, that can change the energy more than just giving gratitude for things. It can be giving gratitude for things in your life or just in the moment. And I like to maybe think of 5 things before I go to sleep or when I wake up in the morning.
And do you write them down, or you just think of them?
I do a combination of both. If you want it more tangible and you want to give yourself something to do, you could have a gratitude journal. Some people will have a gratitude box and they'll write a little thing down.
Oh, that's lovely.
And put them all in, and maybe at the end of the year they have a look through them, and it's beautiful.
Very good.
Yeah. So just giving gratitude is fantastic. And then the 5th tool, and it's by no means least because it's just absolutely brilliant, is questioning thoughts.
Very good.
Because we tend to believe everything we think.
Yeah.
And when those things that we're thinking are very self-critical and negative and full of fear and worry, imagine how we're going to feel if we believe all those things.
Yeah.
So to start questioning our thoughts is brilliant. And there's two tools I can give you now. One of them is Byron Katie, The Work.
Very good.
And she has 4 questions. So if you have a thought, you ask yourself 4 questions, and that can be: is it true? Can I absolutely know that it's true?
Mhm.
How am I when I believe the thought?
Mhm.
And how would I be without the thought if it was physically impossible for me to think that thought? So very quickly you can just
Yeah, change the energy of the whole thing.
absolutely it brings a bit of doubt, and you're not just blindly believing the thought. And also you're seeing the impact it's having on you, and how free you would be if it didn't have such a hold on you.
Yeah, and you're distancing between the reaction time, so you change whatever you might do. Well, maybe you won't change it,
Yeah,
but you'll have an awareness of
that's
why
so
you're
true.
doing it.
That's so true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's a turnaround. So there's 3 turnarounds. So let's just say an example that Brian Katie gave was that my husband doesn't listen to me. So you're turning it around. So you turn it around to the other, or to the opposite, sorry. To the opposite. So my husband doesn't listen to me. My husband does listen to me. And you think of an example where that's true.
Mhm.
Then to the other. So I don't listen to my husband. And you think of an example where that's true. And then to the self. So that would be, instead of my husband doesn't listen to me, I don't listen to me. And think of an example where that's true. And that can blow your mind.
Total awareness
Mm,
what you're thinking and doing.
absolutely, yeah.
Very good.
And another good way of kind of questioning thoughts or feelings would be the magic why. And I read about this in Martha Beck's wonderful book, Finding Your Own North Star.
Mhm.
And basically, you're feeling a certain way, you name it. So I'm feeling sad. And then, like a child, you just keep asking why, and you can do it as many times as you want, just to get to the root cause of that
Why you're
feeling.
really
And
very good.
that can be really illuminating as well, because you might think it's for a completely different reason, and it's actually something else. And then, so just knowing why you're feeling bad can be enough, but it can also allow you to do something about it and make some change.
Great tips.
Yeah.
Sharon. They're really good.
Thanks a million. So that's
You're
just
welcome.
really quick, 5 tips that can help you in the moment feel a little bit better and just bring that acceptance. It's very important to
Into
yourself.
any situation.
Mm,
And just clear the energy.
yeah, definitely.
This has been brilliant. Thank you, Sharon.
You're very welcome. Thank
That's
you.
the end of our happiness